Hello all, I'm Drenaughter, and this is Shadow Warrior for the PlayStation 4. This is a first-person shooter made by a company called Flying Wild Hog. It was originally released on the PC in 2013 and was ported to the PlayStation 4 in 2014. I'd never heard of it. I missed this somehow. I found it in the local game store for a tenner, thought Shadow Warrior sounds cool, and bought it. And I was right too. It's a reboot of a game that came out in like the mid-90s. It was running on the same software as Duke Nukem. It was made by 3D Realms originally. And this is sort of a reimagining of it. It's not an old school game. It's a new game made with a... How do I put this into words? Imagine they give the developers that were making the game back in the day the technology we have now. They would have probably created something like this, is the best way I can put it without just showing you, which I will. This is the first screen you see. This is You get your extras, which is, you know, you unlock stuff as you go through the game, stuff for the art book. There's movies that play, sort of 2D cutscenes again, you'll see. It's got quite a lot of options in the options menu. You can tweak a lot of things, more than you'd usually get in a console game, but that's probably because it's rooted in PC gaming. It's got nowhere near as many options as a PC game, but still far too many for me. I don't like to have to make all these decisions. This should all be done before me. I prefer a more crafted experience than a lot of PC gamers would, I suppose. So I'm not touching that. I'm just gonna leave that as is. You also have some very basic control options, like you can't change around the button layout too much, but that doesn't matter because the button layout the game gives you works fine. You can invert it, but why anybody would do that, I don't know. Why would you think up's down? That's something I never understood about inverter players. Down is up and up is down. In a flying game, I get that because that's how planes work. But when you're just pointing and shooting, you might as well have left as right and right as left. It's just a... No, you're wrong. We will go to new game. These are the different game modes you have. This isn't unlocked to begin with. You get new game. EX mode is when you've already finished the game and you want to carry on with... It's basically new game plus. Which is what we're going to be playing today, because I wanted to show you some of the later abilities you can get and some of the cool shit you can do without ruining too much of the game. So we're going right back to the start. Heroic mode can fuck off and die. That is just insipid. It's designed in such a way you only get one life basically per chapter, and it's set to being harder than hard mode, and that is the only way to platinum this game. To get a gold trophy for finishing that, you have to finish the whole game in that mode. That mode has got a 0.1% success rate on the trophies, and as a result, the game itself has got a 0.1% platinum trophy success rate. So if you can get that, Christ, if you can get that and send me a video, I need to see, because I've not played that yet, and I'm not going to go and do that until I'm a lot better at this game. I've only just finished it in normal mode, so we're going to leave that alone for a while. And survival mode, which is, well, fairly self-explanatory. Right, EX mode. So another slight issue you get with this game is once you're in the game, once the chapters loaded, they're huge and there is very little loading times within the chapters. A few seconds maybe when you're going to, if that, when you're going to some of the larger areas. But the initial load-up time can take a little while. So these are the cutscenes I was talking about. They're all sort of brilliantly drawn. Some people don't like these. They think they're lazy. I think they're really nice. So from that massively serious cutscene to this. You got the touch. You got the power. Tell me you're not dancing a little bit. Because I'm totally not. Yeah.
You got Wang.
Mr. Wang.
When the hell's breaking loose, you'll be right in the eye of the storm.
Well, I'm not monetizing this video. And we're in. So as you can see, it's a gorgeous looking game. Like, you can't knock the visuals, and it has a lot of ooh moments. Like a lot of them, a surprisingly large amount actually. You think they'd get samey after a while? They really don't. Like, some of the areas and set pieces are just outstanding.
I was hoping for a more cliched setting. I guess koi ponds and cherry blossoms will have to do.
To business, Mr. $2 million.
My name is Lo Wang. Let's make a deal. Give me a little fight.
As you can see, the sword fighting is outstanding. You
guys are pussies.
Whoop. Yeah, I thought at first, when I first started playing this, that the sword was going to be a gimmicky thing. I couldn't have been wronger. Oh, hey. Catch.
Hey, who's your tailor? Where are you going, Mizuyaki? Didn't you want to do business?
You can just lop limbs off. It is brutal but brilliant. I love this. Whoop, bah. Yep. Yeah, I was saying, I thought at first the sword was going to be really gimmicky and that I'd get bored of it after a while and you'd end up just using the guns because guns are better than sharp things, right? No, the sword rocks. Like, you will use the sword 60% of the time, I would say. Also, it doesn't run out of ammo, so... And the mechanic in it is just so much fun. They've done it so well. Oh, oops. Catch. Goodbye. Yeah, you'll notice my health is a lot higher than it should be. That's because of the stuff I've unlocked. It usually starts off at 100. Where's he gone? I've gotten lost. You also have a dash, which is just brilliantly useful, and that doubles up as a sprint if you hold it down. Whee.
What the? You are a gifted warrior. Whom do you work for?
I'm not telling you shit.
Oh, we're doomed. The amazing
Hoji!
Wang isn't gonna tell
I love Hoji.
shit.
What? The fuck?
Oh, wait. Silly me. You don't need to tell us shit. I can see it steaming between your ears.
Worst hangover ever.
Gotta get. Whoa. Well, hey. Not good. What's that? You want me to take this? Well, I guess it's dangerous to go alone.
Ha! Zelda joke. You'll do a lot of exploring in this game. There's boxes and stuff laid around everywhere. They're full of ammo and money. And money is very important, because money is how you upgrade your weapons.
A lot of those to pay Zilla back his 2 million.
Yes. The history of Barbie. I think somebody's taking the piss. Fuck literacy.
Looks like you brought claws to a sword fight.
Ha. So you also have quite a large array of weapons. Woo. Things can do this. They can go berserk. And that makes them, like, super powerful for a little bit. You also get secondary fire, which different weapons have different things. In the Uzi's case, it's to dual wield, which is awesome. You also have destructible environment pieces, like this. Executed. Goodbye. Oh, insides came out. I didn't even notice that before. There's a little stomach wiggling about, some intestines. Never know what that is. Rabbit, 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 rabbit. These are everywhere, and occasionally you get one that doesn't like being shot. Like this one! These are one of the most dangerous things in the game. The Monty Python rabbit's got nothing on this one. Whoa, grah.
You're gonna get ripped to shreds.
Unless what?
Unless I help you.
Why would you help me?
I've made a friend. So yes, you can heal. There are different magic abilities you can unlock. So there's Healy, there's Force Knockback. There's a protection, so it's like a big shield that you can put up in front of you. There's also something called Flux that I've not unlocked yet. I'll get round to that at some point, promise. Unlucky. Oh, that house has sprung a leak. Nope. Oh, that's a waterfall. That's what you call a hot tub. The people in it look like Morph. Ah, games should always have secrets behind waterfalls. If you ever play a video game and you go to a waterfall and there's no secret, not a good game. Secret, see? Oh, you find these about a lot. These are the collectible things. You get money for them and a little secret found. Lots of little touches I like in this game. I noticed this the other day when you got the guns. Yep. to reload, standard. If you press reload and you've got full ammo, it just has a check. Doesn't just ignore you, just as a little look. Yeah, you're an idiot. There is a torch. Ta-da! Doesn't last very long, you won't need it that often, but it's just another nice little touch. This is just introducing the sort of a puzzle element to it. You remember in old games you had to find different coloured keys to unlock different areas within a said map? Well, now you just have to mess up these statues. Like, you break them and it'll open those doors. This is just introducing you to the concept. It gets a little bit more complicated later on. Never massively complicated, it's just a nod to the old school. And a nice one at that. It makes the levels more interesting. It makes you appreciate the design of the level more. The fact that one level can seem like 4 or 5 different levels. It's almost like a Sonic game that you can take multiple paths and almost play an entirely different level as a result. Very, 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 very well made. I missed everyone. Fuck it. Evaporated. Oh, that's unfortunate. You gonna be okay? You'll probably be okay. No. Oh, so brutal. Yeah, the fortune cookies, the other collectibles, they're laid around everywhere. They're full of little gems like that just make you giggle. Arcade machines that you can't actually play, which always makes me sad. I like games within games. As far as I can tell, in this game, there's no map. So you'll spend a little bit of time wandering around or forgetting where you are, especially when the action gets manic and you're just hacking your way and shooting your way through things and running around like a nutter. You completely get turned around. But it's old school games. It's part of the charm. If the puzzles wouldn't be anywhere near as entertaining if it just told you where to go. So no holding your hand there. Oh, bamboo forest look awesome. Except all the set pieces in this game are just pretty. Right, rabbit. And then the guild came. Although technically it's a linear game, there are lots of branching paths. There are lots of different ways to do things and get round things. And hidden things, there are fucking hundreds of hidden... Case in point. Hidden thing. Secrets. Yes, there are lots of secrets. And you can find loads of them. I went through this, thought I'd looked absolutely everywhere. Like, I couldn't have missed anything. Got to the end of stage and it was like, you found 5 out of 8 secrets. It's like, how did I miss 3? I literally went everywhere. Well, obviously I didn't, but I thought I did. They're hidden really well. There's a lot of replay value to this game. Because there's been a lot of people realising that old school games were good and re-releasing them. Or not re-releasing, reimagining them. Wolfenstein was a perfect example of that. I loved Wolfenstein, although I'll have to say, although technically I suppose that was a better game, I've had much more fun playing this one. These are the other things you need to unlock abilities. These are the Gaia crystals, or key crystals, or I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Wonder how many of these you can stick in him before the game just goes nope. Because in Far Cry 4, I lost count. Making a demon hedgehog. Oh no, that's enough. Can I collect them back? I cannot. What a waste. Ooh. Fight in an arcade, as if it couldn't get any cooler. Come up. I broke the arcade. I'm sorry, I broke your arcade. And robbed you. Good day. Oh, come on. You can do it. You can do it. Lies. What happened to you? He died the way he lived. Practicing yoga, apparently. I fixed it. Oh, it's all wibbly. Yeah, you think you'd start to get bored of the sword? But, oh, I'm a poet and I was previously unaware. Oh, shut.
Quick, pull my finger.
Sit down. Shut up. So all those special moves you saw me doing, all this shizzle, that's all done using either you sort of button inputs. You either double click up on the left analog stick, that does that, double click right, and you can do a Healy one, double click down, that's the flux that I've not unlocked yet, double click left, and that's the shield that I keep forgetting I've gotten to use. But with the PlayStation 4, you can also use the touchpad in the middle and just swipe in that direction, and that is just so much easier. Like the PlayStation 4 version of this is the version to get if you're going to get it for consoles. It runs at a higher resolution. It suffers with a lot less screen tearing and slowdown, and it's got the little touchpad thing which works lovely. Where am I going? Huh. Like I say, there's a little bit of backtracking with this game just because the levels are set up as puzzles. There's also some major backtracking later on when you visit some of the earlier places you've been to, but the earlier places that you've been to after what's happened to them's happened to them. So if you went to somewhere and blew it the hell up, when you go back, you're now dealing with a blown up level, and the way you'd navigate it is completely different. So it's almost like a completely different level. So it's not lazy, is what I'm getting at. They've done a good job. While I'm here, I'll show you the upgrade systems. So you've got your Kai crystals or key crystals, and what these do is they are abilities that you can unlock and then upgrade. So obviously I've done all of the Tiger's Roar. That was the one which saw me where I force people forwards and knock them onto their arse. Stuns them for a little bit, lets you cut them up whilst they're down. Every time you unlock one, you get another tattoo, like Yakuza style. Healing, I've already unlocked all of, because that was the first thing you unlock all of, because that is just the most important thing. Like, middle of a fight, the ability to heal. 'Cause there's only a limited amount of health packs laying around, usually, and you don't have regenerative health in the Halo sense. So you have to, there's some DIY involved in the regenerative health in this game. Regenerative? Yeah, regenerative. Then we have Protection, which is the one that I've just unlocked, and as such, keep forgetting to use. I'll have some of that. There, and now I've got tattoos down my arms. You will also learn to use 4 fingers whilst playing this game for L1, R1, L2, and R2. Because you will need to use them all at the same time. Sometimes you will have an ability on, or like Protect, for example, whilst wanting to use your shotgun, whilst still needing to dodge. So you can use like all 4 buttons at the same time. All four shoulder buttons at the same time. Which can get a little confusing if you're like me and you only ever use 2 fingers to do everything. I realise now this is starting to sound sort of a little innuendo-laced. So I'm going to stop talking. Then you have... Ta-da! Ability sort of upgrade. So these are upgraded sort of basic stats. So your basic ability to move can be upgraded, for example, here, which is what I'm about to do now. There we go. And you unlock paintings! Or you colour in the paintings. For some reason. Okay, I've started that for some time. I still don't know what's going on in that picture, but it looks, yeah, I'm going to leave them to it. Learn how to use demon heads. I think I will. And then there's this, the weapons upgrade. You can't upgrade the sword at all on your own, because that upgrades as the story progresses. So, leave that alone. And we've got your pistol, which I've upgraded a little bit, but I don't use it that often. Then machine gun, which I use constantly, so that's been upgraded, especially the dual wielding. So good. Crossbow, I've not upgraded at all yet. I've got quite a bit of money to spend, so I might come back to the crossbow. Shotgun, I've almost finished upgrading. In fact, I'm going to get that now. Firestorm, big red button, which is always good. That means I can now fire all 4 barrels simultaneously. Flamethrower, because... Flamethrower. And the rocket launcher, which I think I'm going to upgrade now, because this is, as you can probably expect, the best thing for taking down heavy things. Do we want laser guided? Or do we want multi-launch? Multi-launch for the win. I also like, and I know it's only a little thing, that when you upgrade the guns, they change visually. You add bits to them. They don't just get better stats. They look different in some way. It's a minor thing, but I really like it. You can also buy ammo, which you should never need to do, because you don't want to waste money on buying ammo. There is enough in the game to pick up. If you're not the kind of guy that walks around exploring everywhere, then that's going to end up being your only option at some point. But if you're not the kind of person that walks around exploring everywhere, you probably won't find enough money to buy said ammo, and you'll end up trying to play the whole game with a sword, which, although possible, not plausible. He's only half the demon he used to be. Cut his face off! Oh, like in that film. The gunplay isn't outstanding. It isn't bad. It feels a bit squishy. They don't feel like they've got a lot of power at first. Like, there's not a lot of weight behind them. But the more you upgrade them, the more you unlock them, the better you get, and then you can feel the difference. And that's why they've done it, I assume. So it makes you feel like more of a badass the more you unlock. Gives you a greater sense of progression. This is wrong on so many levels. Oh. If you set fire to rabbits, they explode. Every day's a school day. Shit's kicking off. Whoa, grah.
They sure do smell like burnt taint when I do that.
Come on, come at me, come at me. Oh dear. Whoops. Oh, this game. It's caramelised fun. I've said that before, but I'm saying it again. Caramelised fun. He tried to get back up. Nope. Yeah, I know I'm a bit late to the party on this one. This game's been out for a little while, but I know a lot of people that didn't buy it. In fact, I know a lot of people that don't even know what it is. They need to. They need to own this. If you're a fan of FPSs at all, and not just an online monkey, then get this, because it's got a pretty good storyline as well. Like, the storyline itself's a little bit throwaway, but by the end you do start to care a little more than you thought you would. Physics.
Want it?
Yeah.
I don't know, it was that kind of video game. Sorry! Catch! I love that you can do that. Knock it down the hill. Up you come. Gonna leave a mark. Oh, you scared? You should be. Where are you going? Ha!
How do you like the party now?
Oh, nearly. So close. That's the closest I've ever got.
Starting to like this.
I'm starting to like this. Yay, trophies. Pats on backs. That's what I need from my game. Validation. Burning to death in water. You've only got yourself to blame, really. To victory! Probably shouldn't have jumped. I want to use the rocket launcher. Catch! Good catch. Big red button. Oh, I like the big red button. Head! Let's find out what this does. I've genuinely not used these yet. You there. Demon head. Holy awesome. Ah, health. There is also body armor you can pick up. That tends to turn up a little bit more later on, like you don't get it so much early on in the game. King hell! Everything explodes. It just never stops being awesome. There are so many different ways you can kill things en masse as well. And oh. See that little loading time there? That little stutter? That's about as bad as it gets in-game. After that big initial load up, there is not a lot of loading required. That does, however, signify something bad's usually about to happen. I am sword tank. Bow and walk away. Welcome to the Bat Cave. Or the Low Wangs was a bit. Welcome to the Wang Cave. That sounded better in my head. Oh, I also forgot to mention with the sword, if you tap circle, you can throw shurikens. They don't do a great deal, but they keep them at bay a little bit. That's more important earlier on. Like, as soon as you unlock the ability to throw shockwaves, you don't use it so much. I said it before and I'll say it again. The stages in this game look outstanding. Like, just look at that. Look at it. It's... oh... everything looks like it's been taken out of a sort of a late 80s to mid 90s action-adventure film, and I'm speechless. Fucking speechless. I'm sure that's a reference to something, but I don't know what. Where am I going? Something else this game does that's worth note, I don't think enough people have mentioned. There's a nice array of enemies, but the rate at which they're introduced is just perfect. Like, you're still introducing new types or new variations of enemies right up until the last couple of chapters. Like, they're well aware that the gameplay itself, I suppose, could get a little bit repetitive, a little bit samey, so they constantly mix it up by introducing these new villains, and in new patterns they pose completely different types of threats. It's just, like I say, it's all very, 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 very well thought out. Ooh, King Hell. I'll take that as a sign. There's a couple of ways of dealing with these guys. Shotguns usually rip right through them, but you can just knock them on their arse like that. Is he smoking a cigar? Is he smoking a cigar? No, he isn't. Sorry, it's his... he's got something weird on his chin. I was very nearly impressed then. I thought he was mowing me down while smoking a cigar. Oh, his stomach came out of his head. Demons are built differently. This is awesome! Of course, fireworks to go off. Just in case he thought he couldn't get any awesomer. Awesomer? It's a word now. Oh, that was nice. I love that the bodies don't just evaporate, so you can have a look around after and just look at the mess you made. There is no one gun in this that is better than any one other gun. Okay, yeah, rocket launcher blows everything up, but limited ammo, slow firing rate, slow reload time. They're all balanced really well, and they're all useful in different situations. And when everything goes wrong, just whip out the sword. I shot his ribcage out of him. I didn't even know that was a thing. Oh, delicious.
I don't know about you, but I'm having fun.
I love dashing at things whilst firing the shotgun. Whoa! Oh! I've found my new favourite thing to do. Oh, blimey, governor. Alright, so here's when the puzzles start to get interesting. You'll get these, which means you have to find all 3 of those keys or statues to explode up and fight, and then that door will unlock. Why do I keep doing this to myself? Why did you explode? Hurt my face. Ooh, pretty. These guys are troublesome. These mothers can not only attack you and shield themselves, but they can spawn the little guys, like, constantly. You need to get rid of these quickly because they just keep spawning them. There he goes. Big bastards allergic to rockets. True story. Oh my god. I didn't realize how good the lighting was in this game. Look at this. Look at this. That's such a silly little thing, but that's so awesome. Whoop. I'll light up the sofa. Where's it gone? That's cool. This is the point I've been trying to get to. These are the things I've been chasing down. You have a little bit of a wrestle with these, and then it takes you to like another dimension, where you get a proper old school boss fight, which I really wanted to show you the first one of before I finish this video, just because it's such an integral part of this game. Look.
Here we go.
There are no strings to hold you down. Ooh. Say it together. Ooh. Yep, so as you can see, this is just one big arena. And here's your first proper boss fight.
That's Gozu. In his memory, he was smaller.
That's his arm. Get that off him. He's really quite puny. That's it!
There are a lot of weapons you can use for this, but I actually find the machine guns useful for just about all of them. Oh, fuck nuts. Stay still whilst I kill you.
Hell yeah! This guy's going down!
His arm fell off. Wasn't expecting that. Seriously, why are you not dead? Turn around. Bright eyes. That did it. Gonna fall! Oh, whoa. Wow.
Demon Horde? Check. Defeating an immortal being from another dimension? Check. Today is going awesome.
Offer expires in 3,
God damn you,
2,
Hoji.
1.
Shit. Oh, Peter Pan style. The one-liners in this game you think could get repetitive after a while, because they usually do, especially when you get a particularly chatty protagonist. But I don't think I heard them repeat more than a couple of times the entire game. Like, there's a lot of them. Also, I figured there'd be a limit to how many Wang-based puns they could make before they just stopped being funny. I stand corrected. I still giggled like an 8-year-old every single time he made one. Ha, squish. Oh, wow. Again. Right, I'm going to leave it there. That's Shadow Warrior. That's the first few chapters. I wanted to show you the big boss fights because they're outstanding. The game itself is outstanding. It caught me completely off guard. I found it secondhand for a tenner. I believe you can get it off the PlayStation Network for about £11, which is probably around $15. And I couldn't recommend it enough. If you like shooters and story-driven shooters and, you know, fun, this is the one to get. And if you remember the old ones at all, it's a huge nod to them. Just done very much in its own way. So, yes, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Die, you twat monkey! Where are you going? Where are you going? Where are you going? Nowhere. The angriest. Dumpy dumpy. That's me when I see daylight.